On the spot, at the spot.
The spot, SoDo.
With the big homie Nick, we at the spot.
SoDo.
We at the spot, SoDo.
Spot SoDo.
On the spot, at the spot, SoDo, Seattle.
Man, pull out your blunt, grab your drink, get your notepad. Cause it's a lot of game. Man, here we go once again at the spot, on the spot. Man, we got a hot show for you, man. You know what I mean? Starting from my left to my right and my right to my left, man, you know, I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself, man.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Inkwell J, a.k.a. Ink Very Well, because I just don't ink well. I ink very well. How do you does?
Yo, what's up, man? This be your boy, the real DJ, Show.
Show.
You already know what it is, man. How y'all doing out there, people?
Man, and we over here at the spot, on the spot. Go like, comment, and subscribe, man. You know, hey, you can talk shit, say something, talk about my moms. I don't give a fuck, but go like, comment, and subscribe, man. Hey, we get up to 100 motherfucking likes, man. You know what? Hey, I'll run around here in my T-shirt and my drawers, man, to show you what a real man can be like, man. You know what I mean? A fine specimen and shit. Well, shit, man, you know, we gonna go ladies first on this one, man.
No problem.
Man. Miss Ink, how you doing today?
I'm great.
Man?
How are you?
Man, I'm blessed, sis. I'm blessed and stuff. So, you know, man, introduce yourself, man, to the world, man, and really know what you a little bit, man, because I'm going to ask you just a couple of things.
For sure, for sure. What's up? My name is Ink. I'm an artist, community advocate, nonprofit owner, business woman, you know, force on the way. I'm an artist in that I have a mixtape on all streaming sites called Linden Ave, produced mostly by Jay Proof, who also worked on the Games album, J Rock's album, Ariana Grande, Usher. You can find it on all streaming sites. It's Linden Ave. I'm a community advocate in that I have a nonprofit called Safe Bridges LA, where we work with transitional age youth and the formerly incarcerated to help them transition and gain autonomy in their lives. And I'm a businesswoman, you know, in that I am the co-owner of Plan A Radio with DJ Show.
All right. So where you up out of?
I'm out of Long Beach, coming from North Long Beach. Yeah.
North Long Beach? With the Jordan?
No, I didn't go to Jordan. I got kicked out of Long Beach Unified, and I ended up graduating from Rolling Hills Prep in Palos Verdes.
Excuse me.
But I went to Lakewood for 2 years. I did go to Lakewood.
You went to Lakewood and everything?
Yeah, but Long Beach was like, you're done.
Like
You're
that?
done. You can.
Were you in there squabbing? And then fighting?
Understatement.
Excuse me. Shit, I'm saying.
Rock'em sock'em robot.
And man, hey, I got it, man, before we go on, because I'm going to tag team y'all and shit like that, man. But, man, DJ Show, man, where you up out of, man?
Inglewood.
City of motherfucking champs, man. You know, so, you know, man, where you go to school?
Morningside, where that boy Bubba do that Dougie, right? You already know, you heard it before, you know.
Man, it's all my monarchs, man. All my monarchs, man. You know what I mean? Hey, yeah, man, no, we got a very interesting show, man. So, what would you guys say that you guys do in your movement, man?
Man, basically helping people, bro. Independent artists. We own, like Plan A Radio, that stands for Positive Living Negative Awareness. Okay. So, you know, basically we have a background of being artists. And being artists, we went through a lot of bullshit. So instead of seeing other upcoming artists go through the bullshit, we try to give them the best route, best ways to go ahead and come up, you know, as far as ideas, you know, be heard, exposure. You know, we also do write-ups to help artists, you know, help them get verified, because a lot of people don't know write-ups is like, you want to be, when people enter your name in Google, they want to see, like, you know, it's more than just having a good song or, you know, dope video. You really got to have like these write-ups, and a lot of people don't know that, you know. So that's one of the things we do. We also tell people, like, always, for me, I give out free game. I tell people how to make content on YouTube, you know, just from being inspired, you know, by you know, I'm on AM radio with Kraigs and Tavis Smiley. Shout out to the whole crew, you know. Okay. And one thing Tavis Smiley said is content is king. You know, he said him and Prince had a conversation like content is king. And I'm like, what the hell? So when I heard that, I just started taking off, you know? So I was like, okay, let me use this YouTube game and start showing people it's not just the Instagram or Twitter. I want to go ahead and get in this YouTube market right now, you know? So I'm trying to basically get every artist to know that they have content, it's just not recorded.
So what do you do when you get that artist that believes in themselves, but then you hear the music and you're like just... because would you say that you speak for the whole game, or do you just speak for an opinion base, or because, all right, let's say it's like an athlete.
Okay.
You know, and you're not that great, you're not that good.
Ah, man. All right, I'm going to tell you a funny story. Top Dog Entertainment. I was there when Kendrick first started. I wasn't around him. I didn't know him. But I used to go to his showcases where Top Dog was just coming up, starting their own thing. And Kendrick wasn't all that tight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, so it's always room for improvement. I don't believe, like, long as you put the work in, it could go ahead and blossom, because I've been there before. Was not when I wasn't the greatest artist. You know, we all been there. So it's like, even though I might tell you, like, I do the live, like, yo, gas or trash, like, yo, shit might be whack, but you can still got room to improve. I'll never just shut down an artist and tell them, like, nah, this never happened. But like I said, with Kendrick Lamar, I seen him room to develop. Like, when he had came out, he was going by K-Dot. And then I was at the GS Lounge before it was the GS Lounge, and he was passing out a CD, bro. I probably threw away the CD. I ain't even gonna lie. Some real nigga shit. Yeah, it was like when the car, it was like 07, you know?
Yeah.
But then gradually I started hearing him again. And then all of a sudden, bro, I haven't heard from him like maybe 10 years, and I hear swimming pools, then you dive in it. And people was like, that's Kendrick Lamar. I was like, okay. And then people was, you heard of K-Dot? I was like, yeah, in 07. I don't know who the hell that is. I was like, I heard of him in 07. He's like, that's Kendrick Lamar. I was like, no fucking way. That's the big artist that I said that was whack back in the day. Like, so it's like you never underestimate an artist.
What's up?
You know, because if they're hard, I say hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Man.
You know, and that's the truth. Like, even with the YouTube, I don't feel like I'm maybe not the most creative or most talented, but I work 10 hours a day on YouTube where my traction is going to go probably farther than the most talented nigga you know. It's about the hard work, man. You got to put in the 10,000 hours, 1,000 hours, whatever they say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's about developing and growing.
Real talk, man. Shouts out to the GS, man, my baby mama's favorite fucking hangout. When you said, hey, you said it, I just kind of cringed.
He started twitching. He had flashbacks. Fighting nigga in front of the GS. I heard everything you said within YouTube, man. I heard everything. But that shit was twitching. I was twitching when you said it at the GS. Nah.
I should have missed that club.
But I'm for real, though. That was my baby mama. I'm a dirty bitch. You know what I'm saying? Nah, hey, man, shouts out to the regulars at the GS and shit.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah. It's like a community up there.
For real.
I ain't never really hung out like that. Probably been up there one time, but I don't know, man. But
you want me to tell you some funny shit, man? I was up in the GS, man. Niggas look like, hey, bro, you supposed to be in Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's exactly how they tell. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
You supposed to be in Hollywood. Yeah. Mamas. Like, we sitting up in the thing and shit like that. Like, huh? I can't. Then I got to looking. You know what?
You might be right.
Hey, cause I was like, hey, this nigga, I used to be on his helmet back in the day. Hey, my name, you might want to be up in Hollywood, nigga. Like, and I was sitting back like, yeah. That night, nigga wasn't in Hollywood. Like, okay, for sure, man. But nah. I was listening. When you said that, it made me think, like, man, the GS, good old GS, on that dirty bitch.
That shit funny as hell.
Nah, man, so, man, Miss Ing, how do you take a 5 and turn it to a 10 in regards to the music on the write-up and stuff?
Well, just to kind of go a little bit what Sho was saying, like, you can't undercut an artist. You can't minimize the possibility of an artist. So I think I kind of come in, and I listen to so much music, I kind of come in being like, I see where you could fit. I see where you were going with this. I like to take into consideration the fact that this is my perspective, right? And back in like 2016, there was this whole thing about not fucking with SoundCloud rappers. I don't know if you remember that, but like a lot of people were like, fuck SoundCloud rappers. And at that time, I was active. I was working really hard on my project, on my first mixtape, emailing producers, listening to beats, doing a whole bunch of work to get this project out. And obviously, I'm competing with other artists who are putting the same amount of work in to get their project out. No matter what the output looks like for them, they're putting in so much work to get this popping, right? And SoundCloud is one of the platforms that, I used at that time. And I kept thinking, how can you tell someone they not dope when you have no idea how much they put into making that happen, like to make that song get done. You don't know if they had to record that in a bathroom, take a train to get there, if it was raining, if it was the day after their mama died. Like, you don't know what this person went through to put up this song that you calling trash, right?
But okay, and I hear you, sis. Let me be the devil's advocate on that one.
Right.
When you say you preparing them, because once he walks into that executive room.
Oh, no. I'm not saying they're not. The song is good because they went through so much to make it. What I'm saying is we can't minimize the possibility of an artist and dismiss them just because we think it's trash. Like, if I hear it, I can go, okay, I can see where you were going with this. And to answer your question, how do you turn a 5 into a 10? I take into consideration what you went through to make that project happen. What was your inspiration? Show every time he does a review, like for an artist, he's always asking him, especially if it's good or bad, like, like, where are you from? Right? Kind of gives a little bit of a picture of what that person's going through. If somebody says, oh, I'm coming out of Texas, like, okay, well, you ain't even got legal weed out there, so you probably really trapping, you know what I mean? So we like to take into consideration where people are, who they are when we hear a song. Yeah, so when I hear a song, especially if I'm doing a write-up for a song, I want to take into consideration someone's experience when they made it and someone's experience when they listened to it. That's why one of the categories for write-ups is AirPods quality, because a lot of people are popping their AirPods in and listen to a song. Very rarely, I'm not saying that it's not happening, but people aren't really putting songs on phones. If we thinking of being at the gym, walking up the street, walking through the mall, in life, people throw their AirPods in, they throw their earphones in. The train, wherever they're traveling, even if they sit in the backseat of their car and their mama driving, they throw their AirPods in. The homie driving, they throw one AirPod in, So there's a whole category based on AirPods quality where I'm taking in consideration the engineering. I know what a song recorded in the bathroom sound like, but I've heard songs recorded in the bathroom that sound like they were recorded in multi-million-dollar studios. So I want to take into consideration the engineering, the quality. I want to take into consideration the lyricism. You may not have strong delivery, but your bars might be dope. You really might have great conception. So I want to listen to the entirety of the song. I want to listen to it a few times. I want to hear how the song lays on top of it, because again, you may not have great delivery, but your production might be just out the roof. You know what I mean? The beat may not be very strong, but your delivery may be great. Your delivery might not be strong, but that beat is just like crazy. And the two of y'all coming together just made a really dope song. But you could hear that song immediately and be like, that shit is trash.
So basically, this is the outlook from artists. You bring that shit to me, that shit trash.
Yeah.
I can't.
And that's why we work with indie artists so that we can prepare them when we send them out.
I respect it. But and it's crazy you make that point, because like I was thinking about it, remember when Snoop was coming out, and people forget how long he worked with DOC in order to teach them how to write, how to rap, how to flow. How do you deal with these arrogant ass, dumb sons of bitches that basically ain't trying to hear your fucking opinion? That nigga hating. That nigga hating.
I was literally gonna say, you start, because mine is different than yours.
For me, I love them because I do top gas or trash on YouTube. Make sure you check it out, Plan A Radio on YouTube. We do that damn near every night. For me, I roast, so I don't give a fuck. It's like, yo, either you could take this advice or you get the fuck out my face. Like, you didn't pay me to lie to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing, because if you pay me to lie to you, you got to go somewhere else, because then I'm watered down. Yeah. Niggas gonna be like, oh, he just getting paid, so he gonna tell them what they want to hear. I'm like, no, like, it's been niggas pay me 50 to 100. I'm like, yo, this shit trash, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I still give them advice, and it'd be like 3 other people on the screen. They'd be like, yo, you could do this, that, and the third. Shout out to my nigga Millie Maddock, you know what I'm saying? We got my nigga John Doe, we got my nigga Ben Frank. We all be on the screen together, so and I be in the background working. But long story short, man, I feel like if you're an artist, you gotta have an open mind. Because you can't just look at it from your perspective. You got to look at it from a third person's perspective. Like, if you wasn't you, would you listen to it? That's how I do it. I'm like, would I listen to this shit if this wasn't me? You know what I mean? I'm like, sometimes I'm like, hell no, I got to switch this shit up. Yeah. So you got to be real conscious and really figure it out, because just because you don't mean that your music is always going to be perfect. Real talk. So I say take criticism. And that's how I am with me too. So, like the artists that I listen to, they inspire me to do music as well, because I'm an independent artist as well. I got you. So when I listen to them, If a motherfucker tell me, yo, I ain't fucking with this shit, I'm listening to it with open ear. Just because of my platform, I'm not telling them fuck you. Because I want to know if my shit hot or,
too.
yeah, you
Real
gotta.
talk. So
I gotta, exactly, so I gotta take it as I give it. Like, I gotta tell 1,000 niggas they shit weak or they shit hot. And then when it come to me, I'm not no superior artist. I gotta hear that shit to just make me better too.
Real talk.
So you know what I'm saying? Constructive criticism is always a great thing. Like, if somebody tell you this shit is whack, ask them why. What could I do to improve this? What could make it better? You know what I mean? So, because next time you do a song, or you might even go back to that record and improve it. And be like, man, I know people who done that, who took advice, and I was like, damn, bro. Like, you really grown, and I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just taking it, oh, man, fuck that, y'all niggas hating. I'm like, no, your friends is hating because they lied to you. They really don't like your music. It's your circle who lying to you, bro.
Just keep rolling up with the weed. That's all.
Yeah,
Shit. Oh, my
exactly.
nigga, tell me what you think. Oh, it's hard.
Yeah,
I
and
get
it's
you.
best to get reviews from a fucking stranger.
Yeah.
Real talk.
You know, it's nobody don't owe you shit. Nobody know you. You know what I'm saying? So if you get it from a stranger that don't know you and don't care about hurting your feelings, but just want to give you advice, listen to them.
Real talk. Real talk. Real
Yeah,
talk.
very, very true.
What'd you say, Ms. Ink?
I was just speaking more so to the arrogance, because like I always encounter arrogant people. I think the thing that I noticed, and this was, I love it and I appreciate it because it lets me know my power. But when I experience or walk into a room, I'm often not expected to either be able to hold the conversation or to have knowledge about the conversation, right? So when I encounter the arrogance, it's usually coming from ignorance.
Gotcha.
Like when I encounter arrogance, it's, oh, they think they're talking to someone who listens to Jill Scott albums all day. This is not to shade Jill Scott because that's the queen. But I think when they encounter me, they automatically hear grits in the background or something. They expect me to like, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but when I come in and I'm actually speaking some real shit, they be taken aback and almost offended sometimes. So I appreciate, just like he likes the arrogance, I appreciate the arrogance because it lets me know how narrow your view is, and especially when I encounter your music, how narrow your view of your music may be. Because then there are artists like Millie Maddock who also does the reviews. And if you go to PlanetRadiostation.com, he's one of the first artists we reviewed with Gut a Little Baby. If you listen to Gut a Little Baby, it is a really inclusive song. Like, it's a really non-offensive bop. Like, you can play it anywhere around any crowd, but his personality reflects that also. He never minimizes the way that he encounters anyone. He doesn't dismiss the knowledge of women. So he's like really open. His music reflects that. So when I encounter ignorance or arrogance, I can usually expect for that to reflect in the song also, which I'm always excited to be right about. And I always am.
So is hip hop dead?
No, it's too much pain for hip hop to be dead.
No.
Too much
Hell
pain.
no. It's just that the media, it's the wrong media. You know what I mean? For me, I thought it was until I dug in the crates and like in the diamonds in the rough. Like, if I was to have a label, like, you be like, yo, what the fuck? Where did you find these motherfuckers? Like, I'm tweeting motherfuckers. I'm going on different sites, just finding random artists. You know, with really no money. Me and my homeboy Millie just sitting there tweeting, yo, send your music, getting like 40 to 100 subscribers a night. I want to, because we hustling, we know our market. We know a million indie artists is born today. So it's never gonna die. So everybody gonna know, what's my music like? I want to hear it. Because you don't got that. You got 13, you might have 13 niggas in my life that won't hear it on your block.
So you mean to tell me you really respond to that motherfucker, that one motherfucker that be under if somebody put up a post, is, hey, please go listen to my music?
Yes.
I'm that guy.
That could be the next Kendrick.
He's literally that
Could be
guy.
the next Kendrick.
I'm that
He's
guy,
literally
bro.
that
I'm
guy.
that guy. Like it's like, it'll be like, yo, I need new music. And I'm like, oh, y'all not answering to these niggas? It'll be 100 tweets on there. I'm like, oh, hey, Millie, let's get to it. We responding. It might be a thread with like 1,000 people, bro. We live. So while I'm doing reviews with like 3 other people, we might be on Twitter just going ham. And people are like, hey, what's up? I got your tweet. They subscribe in order to get your music heard on my channel. You got to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications, and send me a screenshot. So you know what I mean? So now, not only am I giving them music reviews, I'm still building content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then you already seen that. Now I'm doing skits. I'm up here dropping top 10 music videos. So now it's just, If you got videos, I'm bringing that back now for the top 10 music videos, like The Basement.
Okay.
So the thing is, for artists, I want to tell y'all, man, work on your YouTube. Like, put your energy in your YouTube. If you got content, really like stick with your YouTube, because it don't make no sense to post on your YouTube, but you steadily on Instagram all day.
Gotcha.
It's like build the traction there. Put the energy in what you really want. Because if you go up on YouTube, man, it's like, bro, you could put all that fun, all that other stuff everywhere else. You know what I mean? Because, for instance, DDG, I don't know if you know who DDG is. DDG is a vlogger. He's a YouTuber. He went 3 times platinum just because he had a YouTube following. I feel like personality sells more than music.
For sure. Sure.
That is, you know what? That is, now that you, and I think about that, because a lot of times the rap don't be all that great, but you just, man, this motherfucker's personality, his movement, everything, and then there is a Kodiak Black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The following is like, there is an NBA young boy.
Yeah.
But it's hard. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't speak for the music generation. I'm in my 40s. You know what I'm saying? Jill Scott might be the queen, but Erykah Badu is the black god.
God, say that.
Come save me, love, please. I will look you in your eyes. I gotta look into the camera. I'm praying to God she watching this right now and stuff like that.
Come on, Erykah.
But man, hey, how, man? What keeps y'all going, man?
What keeps me going?
What keeps y'all going in that light? Cause this is I mean, to me, man, cause some of this shit I be hearing, and I want to give my opinion. But then I also sit back and I think about it later, like, Nick, they talked about Elvis. They talked about the Temptations. They talked about the Isley Brothers. They talked about Rick James.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They talked about One Way. Nigga, you hit that age now, that pivotal. Nigga, go sit your ass down somewhere, man, and try to listen to other people's ear. But then when I hear other people's ear, I'm like, well, what the fuck is wrong with their ear?
Yeah.
So what keeps y'all going? Like, honest to God.
For me, I want to be the Harriet Tubman of this music shit.
Shut the fuck up.
Real shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really want to be the bridge for motherfuckers. Because nobody was really the bridge for me.
Period.
You know?
I got you.
So it's just like it's too many dope. Like, you might hear 10 weak artists, you be like, damn, sometimes you have days where I'm like, man, I don't even want to do this shit right now.
Real talk.
Because you hear so much depressing music. I'm like, man, this shit boring. Like, sometimes it's been time I ended my live early because I'm like, this shit is overwhelming.
Yep.
I'm human, bro. Like, you know, if you put a flower in a room with bad music, it's gonna die.
Yep. He not wrong. He not wrong.
I'm like, I need the fucking day off.
Let me give you, man, you know what? You might as well call that the cut your wrist the long way section and shit like that, man. Like, man, hey, man, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my wrist the long way for the day and shit, man. I'm signing off.
Yeah.
Like, God damn, for real. Hey, I felt that when you said that.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
That's kind of the times we're in also. Like, rap is very much rap, which comes, we know, like the pain that comes with rap music. Like, people connect telling their story through rap. Like, whenever somebody, even if they're making like a comedic joke and it's in a movie and they're like, I'm going through my turmoil, my angst phase, and here's how I'm getting my emotion out, they always either reference spoken word or rap all the time. So there's a connection, intentional and social connection with pain and rap. And so when it comes to like hip hop music, it's easy for that to like bleed into some of the hip hop songs. But because rap is so provocative, other people and other genres realize they do have to become much more vulnerable in their music to connect, which is where he can't experience days of like a bunch of push me to the edge, all my friends are dead.
I
like,
swear to God, you took the fucking, because you know that was the next question I was about to, like, so you mean, I was just about to say, like, so you mean it to me, push me, all my homies dead.
All
push
my friends
me to
are dead. But you know what's crazy?
She got a cold melody, though.
It's hard.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I was
hard.
singing that shit, too.
Yeah.
Look,
It's hard.
Are y'all kidding me?
No, it's hard.
But what I was like, I feel like it's so provocative because what rap has evolved to is still telling the pain, but rap knows. Rap is the Beyonce of all genres.
Okay.
Rap is like, I will always set the trend. You can never have expectations for me because I'm always either exceed or disprove your expectations, and you gonna like it. You're gonna love it. Everyone's gonna love it. That's why Push Me to the Edge, All My Friends Are Dead was so provocative.
Really, I got some intelligent motherfuckers right here, so I'm gonna switch the question up. What about the vibrations, though?
Well, I think that if we think of people's responsibility to their own vibrations, because this was what that makes me think of, right? Because there's a lot of personal responsibility. When I think of vibration, I think of spiritual, which in some people's context could mean religion, but I don't really like talking about people's religion because they get sensitive. But what I'll say, if we talk about just vibrations and energy and spiritual, there's a personal responsibility. If idle minds are the devil's playground. If your mind is idle and you're choosing to go into a musical moment and give all of your vulnerability to that song, to that moment, to that low vibration, which you know is low when you go into it, then you're willingly pulling yourself down. But if you can't separate, if you don't have that own vibrational fortitude to protect yourself, then for sure you're going to be open, for surely. Remember when everyone was talking about the Illuminati in 2006 and 7 and 8 and 9 and all that stuff? Around that time, I was understanding vibration, and I deleted all secular music off my iPod just to see if I felt a difference.
Did you?
I did. But what I also noticed is that I felt a massive disconnect from my community. And that's the issue, is that if we remove ourselves from everything, right? From everything we perceived to be low vibrations, then we also disconnect ourselves from our responsibility to our communities, because my vibration is higher than the song I might be listening to. And so if someone connected enough to say, all my friends are dead, and I don't feel that way when I hear the song, all my friends is thriving and living, then my responsibility, this is where I feel like the social and vibrational responsibility comes in, is my responsibility is to help uplift you. Harriet Tubman of the music, right? You know what I mean? He's trying to help people lift their vibrations. When he has those days when someone's music, so their songs are just not really hitting on those days, he makes sure that he can leave that artist from that review lifted. Your song may not have been great, but I'm gonna make sure that when you leave here, you are at a higher vibration than when you left. And so I think to answer that is like, his vibration is his, my vibration is mine, and nothing can affect that no matter what. No matter what song I'm listening to, nothing. Nobody has that capability to change my vibration. I am up, period. And so his responsibility energetically is being a Harriet Tubman of music. That was his walk in life. He answered his call to help lead artists and help lead community members out of their darkness. That's high vibrations.
That's big shoes to fill.
That's big shoes to fill. You know what I mean? So being a community advocate, same thing applies.
Yeah.
I got work to do. I got way, way, way big shoes to fill, you know?
Yeah.
What you think?
For me, with vibrations, it's funny because I could kind of connect to that. Like you said, the idle mind is a devil's playground. Like I could kind of connect because I remember when I was 5 years old, I used to watch Minister Society. And I wanted to be like Kane until I saw my first dead body. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like you got to look for it as entertainment. You got to look at it from different perspectives. You got to look at it for, like, when I listen to music, I listen to it three ways. I might be listening to the ad-libs. I might listen to the beat this time. I might listen to something I haven't heard before. But just same way, like, that's just like John Singleton. Like, you know, just because he made a movie and it's more visual, some people might be visual learners more than they listen to music. You know, they could just be like, oh, I want to take after what Kane is doing. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean John Singleton is that gangster. You know what I mean? So for me, I look at it like you just gotta really look at music and really take it for what it is and understand what music is, what it is, and not really. If you not a strong individual, it may amp you up because music is psychological. You know, like for instance, if you're about to fight, you might listen to Tupac. Like, or if I'm playing a video game, or I might want to listen, if I'm playing GTA, I might want to listen to some, is it at the niggas from that car? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or Annie Up. My dad used to make me listen to Annie Up remix before a basketball game. Annie Up all the time.
So music could really it's a psychological thing, and I really feel like that. It might be like, so it depends on where it takes you, man. Because some people commit suicide to music, some people fuck to music, some people smoke to music. It depends on a person, man. I would say don't look at it to where it could control you.
Yes.
Take gain from it, you know. Take bits and take pieces. Some of the shit can help you through life. Some of it help you through situations. But when it's like the negative vibrations, like, yo, I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker. Take it for entertainment, like a movie.
So this is my next question. Would you advise that rapper or that singer to come to LA? Or would you tell them to stay where they're at? Would you tell them to computer? What would you do if I'm in, nigga keep running Mississippi? and I want to be the next Bruno Mars, whoever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
What do I need to do? How can I get big?
Take over your city.
Have the product for sure. Marketing equals sales. Marketing is everything. You know, if you have a McDonald's and like everybody passes at McDonald's, it might be in the back of something. If you don't have a commercial or, you know, some kind of things to let people know where your target market or your target audience is, you know, put money in your marketing. Master P said marketing equals sales. That's what I'll say. Like, everybody got the product. You could be the dopest artist ever, but if you don't put no money behind you, you are a fucking business. That's what people don't understand. Oh, I got a hot record. They owe me. It's not. The nigga don't owe you shit. You got a good record, and that's it. You probably stole a beat from YouTube. Put some money behind yourself. You know what I'm saying? I play people shit on my live, bro. My YouTube gets shut down sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Might have a sample or something in there where it's copyrighted.
Yeah. So a lot of artists, I'd be like, you dope, bro, but I can't even play this on my YouTube because everything I work for is going to put money behind yourself. Even if it's a few dollars, put money behind yourself. Marketing is always going. You could be the weakest artist, but that's why you got so many artists that's really, I don't feel like have a lot of skill. But the thing is, they have the money. Money talk, bullshit walk.
Man, I promise. Oh my God. Because nobody puts nothing behind it. So they want everything just handed and given to them.
They hear them 90s stories when TLC was singing on a bus and you know, oh, they got picked up because they had great songs. I seen potential. I'm a talent agent. They don't have fucking talent agents no more to just be like, yo, I see I can put my money in this person. They got people that invest in you, but there's not no labels that's real. They want to see how many numbers you got. Are they real? Numbers work. Okay, if he has 30,000 followers, maybe he could sell maybe 5,000 records. You know, the marketing is everything. That's why they got it on Instagram now where you could boost your posts. That shit really works. YouTube, you could get in different algorithms with that. Yeah. It's the money, man.
Yeah, so it also sounds like not to leave your city. That's what it sounds like you just said.
What would you say?
Don't leave your city. Yeah.
Build a base
I always say don't. Like, everybody feels like they got to move to LA to be able to get on.
You don't even have to do
New York.
that.
You can do everything from your city, like everything. Especially this pandemic proved you can get on from your city. If you didn't believe that you can get on in your city before the pandemic, 2 years with limited travel restrictions and mask mandates will for sure prove to you that you can make it in your city. Like, just like he said, marketing is everything. Marketing just doesn't exist in Los Angeles. It's everywhere. Yeah. Like, you can market everywhere, and I feel like you'd spend more time hustling backwards trying to come to LA to make connections in LA when you could just, would you say nigga come running Mississippi? You need to be the dopest nigga coming out of nigga keep running Mississippi so that when you go to the next town over, all your people from Nigga Come Running Mississippi will come to the next town over. Even if it's not all of them, you got 20% that'll come. And they'll encourage other people. People know people everywhere. You know what I mean? Everybody knows at least 5 people. All of which to say, you get big in your city. You be buzzing in your city, and they'll come to you. They may not have talent agents that pick you up in a grocery store like they did Megan Good in 1989.
Right.
But you make enough buzz in your city, they'll come looking. They'll be like, I keep hearing about this rapper from Nigga Come Running Mississippi, and I think I might need to take a trip or visit his YouTube.
Yeah.
Which is where your marketing comes in. Let me check his Instagram, which is where your marketing comes in. Let me check his TikTok, which is where the marketing comes in. You know what I mean? That's where that personality that Show was talking about comes in, so that you don't have to leave your city. Perfect. I feel like the perfect example of that is Nezzy. I think Nezzy's Data Boy too, because Nezzy is from Texas. Nezzy's out of Texas, and Nezzy's biggest thing is like, I'm not moving out of Texas. But before Nezzy started doing her music, like, you know, full throttle in the last couple years, I saw Nezzy in a cypher on a video on Tumblr in like 2010, something crazy. It was a long time ago.
Tumblr, yeah.
It was Tumblr, yeah. So it was years ago, maybe 2014, maybe, right? And so I see Nezzy in this cipher, and I'm like, oh my God! I mean, I'm obsessed, immediately obsessed. So the beginning of the pandemic, I come up with this FemC Friday where I'm interviewing women rappers every Friday, listening to their music. And, she was the first artist I interviewed. And she was like, well, I'm not really, I don't really have anything coming out right now. I'm just working on a little bit of stuff here and there. And it was more of a conversational kind of thing, slight interview. What do you have coming up? And it was really nothing buzzing at the time. But from there, she was like, you know what, let me just this is what I got, so far. I came up with these 2 projects in the past, yada, yada, yada. But this is what I got. And she sent me some stuff. And I'm like, you got to listen to this girl. She is so dope. Yeah. Yes. And he listened and he's like, so anytime she would send me a song, he'd play it in a live. Mm-hmm. And here's why you don't have to leave your city to get on. One night, an artist is listening to shows live and they called a friend and a friend goes, who is that in the background? Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'm on DJ shows live. Let me hear this artist. They listen to the artist. That little tidbit got her DM'd on Instagram and she got flown to Las Vegas to work with Teddy Riley.
That's fire.
From that, if you go to my Instagram stories, you'll see I'm a massive, Plan A Radio is a Nezzy stan platform.
Okay.
Nezzy just got highlighted by Spotify. She was highlighted by Snapchat. She was highlighted by SoundCloud. Snoop shouted her out. I'm talking about all of this coming from one day of somebody hearing her playing in the background on shows live. And I'm talking about she just took off, right? All of this to say, she don't live in LA. She be flown to LA. Her video shoots happen in LA. She has to do them in LA. She don't live in LA. So you can stay and nigga come running, nigga been running Mississippi. You don't have to fly to LA. But you be the nigga in your town and they'll fly you to LA.
So out of the percentage of the women rappers that you hear, how many would you say is that UNITY type of style? Because I hate the city girls.
Really?
I hate them.
Okay.
And this is the funniest shit. Not going into, but for me to say I hate the city girls would be counterproductive of a way that I think for many years. Mm-hmm. But I just don't like the projection of what they're saying and what they're selling. Yeah. In versus me coming up in 93 and seeing Queen Latifah run across there, man, and say, who you calling the bitch?
See, this is my favorite. Okay, he already know. He
already knows. She's got in her bag.
Okay. First thing, I'm obsessed with Queen Latifah. So I need this to be, let me look in the camera. I'm obsessed with Queen Latifah. I think Queen Latifah's trajectory is one of the most inspirational trajectories. I think it was one of the most insightful artistic trajectories. And also, I can be honest as an artist, as a woman artist, in saying it is also one of the most heartbreaking because Queen Latifah had to switch gears. She didn't have a choice. Rap does not support the multi layers that come with being a woman. Right? So, of course, people love Queen Latifah, but if we think of Queen Latifah's support in the 90s, outside of Living Single, numbers-wise, she deserved way more support. Like, full circle, even when she transitioned to jazz. But she didn't get that. They did not like or appreciate the multi-layers of Queen Latifah as a musical artist, but she thrives as an actress and a director, right? But here's where I'm going with this. There's like a process, right? So as far as UNITY goes, it represents like a one type of woman, which is a woman that exists. They very much exist. But these type of women, the Queen Latifahs of the world, are not supported. Women who exist in spaces like Queen Latifah do not continue to get support like Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah had to bully. I've heard plenty of stories of Queen Latifah being that nigga when she come into a room. Men respect Queen Latifah, and it didn't come from being soft, and it didn't come from being nice, and it didn't come from being palatable. But as a woman, we are required to be soft and palatable and nice. Now, transitioning to 5 years after Queen Latifah, we're looking at Foxy Brown. Adina Howard has now had her arc. We are in a nasty girl era.
Kim
is about to come out. Biggie's developing a rapper Adina Howard. He's like, how do I have a rap Adina Howard? that's where Kim comes in, and he develops this entire like super sapphic, rap artists that exist. Which, how does UNITY compete with Foxy Brown? Let's really be honest.
But you forgot a generation of rappers. You got like Boss.
No. I'm not forgetting those rappers at all. I feel like the music industry forgets those rappers.
Even Yo-Yo. Because this is what I'm saying. Who's to say, okay, at that time, projection of numbers, that was bullshit.
Of course.
Because, hey, you can cha-cha-cha to the break. MC, it didn't matter because, in at least my opinion, I remember, and I'll bring up this point, I remember staying up half the night on American Music Awards, MTV, whatever, just to see that one rapper. Mm-hmm. Whether it was Public Enemy, Kwame, whoever, just to see that one rapper. Then it was time to go to, you didn't want to see nothing else. Fuck this show, man.
Right.
Turn this shit off. But even going back, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause, and not to cut you off or anything like that. She had the support. Because we was hitting, was housing off that Queen, off that man.
Oh no, for sure. No, we only use Queen Latifah example because that was the example that was brought up. But there were hundreds of Queen Latifahs. When I think of Queen Latifah, I also think of the artist whose name I can't remember, but I remember the song. We always sing it. 5 o'clock in the morning, where you gonna be? Outside on the corner.
Oh, you talking about? What, not Salt and Pepper, not Moni?
No, she wasn't even up there like that. But when I think of rappers like Queen Latifah, I think of artists like her who was spitting that shit. She was not likely supported. I think of Lady Dynamite. I think of Miss Jade. I think of Lady of Rage. Well, see, the reason why I don't often use Lady of Rage as an example is because Lady of Rage was very much supported by the male artists around her. She was on Snoop's album. She was on everybody's album. I think that Lady of Rage's career was just misogyny at work in general, but I think that she was very supported by,
Because even with Lil' Kim, before there was Lil' Kim, there was Patra.
Patra, yeah.
That's what we was waiting on. Patra video? You was going to run downstairs, watch it. The body, But it's like honestly, because again, I got some intelligent individuals. Go like, comment, subscribe, man. I know my guys are going to be mad at me. I got some intelligent individuals on here. So I got to sit here and I got to pick your brain and really, because
I love it.
From the woman's standpoint.
Lady Boss, that was her name.
Lady Boss.
Lady Boss, hey.
Shout out to my boy Allen. He know the name.
Yeah.
I had to go live.
Shit. We from Inglewood. Yeah. Supersonic.
Yeah.
So Monty babysitted them.
Man, hey, come on.
Yep.
So it's like, what happened? Because. Like again,
we not gonna put. Well, we also can't play like, because this is what happens a lot in the conversation of like women rappers. We cannot play like Sex Don't Sell. We not gonna play like Doggy Style did not have a whole doggy booty in the front of the video. I remember looking at that album when I was a kid and being like, why this lady got a tail, daddy? And my dad be like, give me that damn album. But I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is about sex. Like, you know what I mean? And then not only was it the album, Doggy Style, there was a whole porn genre dedicated to Snoop at one time in the 90s, right?
My homeboy cousin was in that video.
In the early 2000s, 50 Cent G-Unit, they did a remix. I remember as a kid seeing it, it was like on some shit.
Even when Doggy Style dropped, a couple of months later, UNITY come out.
Right, but all of which to say, we're not going to pretend like sex doesn't sell, because the same way that we had UNITY, we still ran downstairs to watch the Patra video.
Yeah.
We still was listening to Adina Howard. We still, if artists weren't expected, let me rephrase this, if women artists were not expected for sex to be a part of the branding and the packaging, they wouldn't have budgets set up for body augmentation for women artists. And we know this. We know women artists, their budgets sometimes includes a certain amount of money for body augmentation. Is she going to need lipo? Will she need her lips done? Does she need her teeth done? Does she need her abs done? She might be skinny, but she may not have no ass or no hips. What are her tits like? This and then her clothes. We only get certain sizes. If she doesn't fit these sizes, we need to get her down to this size. Who's going to be in charge of what is she eating? Male rappers, put that nigga in a pro club.
Yeah. Give him a chain.
Put that nigga,
Give him a
get a
chain.
nigga a chain. It ain't even gotta be real. We'll get him a real one next summer. If he makes it, then we'll make his chain real. The same exact chain. We'll put real diamonds in. But for now, that nigga getting a Tonka toy. So you put him in a pro club. We'll get him some jeans for the swap meet. Get him some J's or some Air Forces. Keep it real simple. Keep his haircut no more than $45 on that haircut. His budget is $36.
That's why I like Kendrick Lamar.
Keep it real simple.
Kendrick Lamar, yeah, like, dude, like, it just shows, like, they went against the grain. Like, they showed that they talent is over that jewelry and flashy shit. It's not a fucking fashion show. They taking back where hip-hop really was.
But they're also the elite of elite.
They are because they made it out of that era of 2009.
But they had to, though, because
did.
it's like, it put all them other rappers the same, like, oh, this y'all fashion show.
Yeah.
And see, but see, this is the thing, though, man. That's why I say it's the era. Because it's like they dumbed down the rap.
Yes, they did.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kendrick Lamar is hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not a fan of J. Cole. Whatever. Shit's boring to me.
That's valid. A
You
lot
know
of
what
people
I'm
feel
saying?
that way
A lot of
about
people
J.
say that,
Cole.
yeah, about
Did you?
Cole,
But if you didn't hear Friday Night Lights, it makes it really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
The
got
warm up.
the warm up, the
Yeah.
come ups,
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights, and all the Any Given Sundays
How
are
do
where
I
he
compare?
shines.
How can I compare J. Cole? You know what I'm saying? I'll make it even simple to a Coogee rap.
Yeah, that's a.
I feel like Jake that's a lateral move. Drake definitely pays homage to Coogee rap, to all of the
But
OGs.
no, but even
Sick
like
of pairing,
let's even go. But we take Drake back 5 years. You know what I'm saying? From when he came out, he's never coming out. Because I'm gonna be real with you. It wasn't dudes that turned me on to Drake. It was females.
That's the thing though. That's another thing. Hey,
even
my
started on
homeboy said this is a problem. He said these niggas make records for niggas. He said that's a big problem. He said, hey yo, show, if I told you, hey, I'm gonna make a record to shake your ass to, what you gonna do? It fucked me up because it's like, bro, like it was like he was like don't lie, like he had me fucked up laughing, he was like, why would you make a song for me? He's like, start making it for the women. Yeah. So I feel like Drake took that formula and like really made it to like for women to shake their ass, make them feel good. You know, they could get dressed and you know what I mean.
So is it from the heart, or is it for the financial gain?
I feel like from a perspective of a man, where a woman want to hear certain shit. You know what I mean? If you know, if you got game from a man's perspective and know what a woman wants to hear and put in the music, you could basically feel like you're that nigga. Like, why are you with this low life nigga? You could be the most bummiest, scummiest nigga ever, but if you got the right words, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your game is going. It's his game.
He's like a cheat code though too, because he's first of all he's biracial. He's a handsome dude, right?
Come on,
he can
now.
rap. He can
Thank
sing.
you.
His dad was connected in the industry.
Thank
He's
you.
backed by Jewish people.
Thank you.
Like, you know, Drake
Literally.
is a cheat code.
Yeah,
His first
and
mixtape was produced in part by 4040.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and with Slum Village and Dwelle and Fonte. Like,
You don't get those features
Yeah,
by
you're
just
not
being-
getting a
Yeah.
Tigolo feature
Yeah.
on your first mix.
Yeah.
Somebody call Fonte. Fonte, can I get a feature? Fonte's not giving me nothing. Fonte was all up and through. Nicholas F. Like, he had some heavy hitters on his just first mixtape. I'm gonna keep it a bean though. I haven't listened to a Drake album ever. I know all his first mixtapes front and back, but when he dropped his first album, stop listening.
But and then to touch on that, like with the women, the woman is the biggest source. You want to, like, if you really trying to be somebody, don't start making music for niggas. Like, niggas might burn your shit list, but if you want a TikTok, you know, you want a successful song, you want your music to be heard in the car, the niggas don't listen to R&B because the women do. You know, you want to be in a club, not be the nigga out of the circle, not knowing what she talking about when she's singing. You want to be in her ear singing a song with her head. You know what I'm saying? That Usher, that, you know, that Trey songs. You want to know the words while you on her grinding on her.
Man, but see, I'm old now because I'm opposite. See, it's like, it's hard for me because I've seen the show. It's like Jordans.
Right.
I can't buy these is classic retro Jordans. My nigga, them the Jordans that came out in fucking 96. What the fuck?
Right.
Fuck them shoes.
Right.
Like, why would you send it like, you know they've came out. When the new, like, I hate rap. When are the new ones? When's the new design? When's
Right.
I've seen this fucking. So it's like, when I see a lot of these, like you said, Trey songs.
Right.
All right. How enough, I can't get, I can't get into Trey Songz growing up on the Isley Brothers.
That's funny as hell. I remember
That's coincidental because he had Aretha Franklin on his first
somebody
album.
said that shit. He's like, Deion Cole said, I'm not about to have this young nigga guide my dick into some pussy. This is Isley. He was like, this Isley brother dick.
I mean, I was probably the same to the Isley Brothers. But it's just some real shit. And it's like because when you come down to it, you know, come on, bro. We men. What's the first thing we gonna think feminine? Look at this old feminine ass nigga right here and shit like that. Little shirt, but this nigga 5'6", 5'7". You don't get your little ass up out of here. You know, the singing and shit, and then you know what I mean. And then it just so it's like is that's why I can say like certain things. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I have the ear. Even when rappers, hey bro, listen to me. Hey fam, I don't think I had an ear.
It's a certain way to do it though. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people come at it different angles. You got like a Drake angle, you got a Trey Songz angle. You know what I'm saying? So it's a way to make it likable. You know what I'm saying? It's just that it may not be for you. You know.
So at the end of it all, you guys will say you're an A&R service in a sense, and an A&R conglomerate.
Yeah,
in a sense, because. And I'm saying this, you dumb motherfuckers. Hey, you old niggas that sitting in the boardroom and everything, bro, we ain't got the ear. Let these men, hey, pass it off.
Yeah.
Go consult. Get to the consult that really knowing what they doing because that's the love for the game. They go to love for the hip hop and they go to love for the music. And that's how it's long runs.
Pete.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
That's the whole reason why I was just go, because I'm able to say, yeah, I fuck with music. But you guys heard me when I was complaining, I'm like, but in reality, I'm complaining, but hey, I need y'all to hear it because y'all might be able to hear that I can't hear. I might not know it hit.
Because it's a sociological approach also, like a psychological, just like he said earlier, it's a psychological approach to music, but there's a sociological approach to it also because it's like you have to look at the behavior of music. The behavior of music changes. The purpose of how music stands in a society will always shift, especially because Black people are always reflecting the times. Our music is always reflecting what's going on. Our music will also, especially if it's like independent or if it's mainstream, will reflect what Black people are going through also. So it's like, because we set so many trends, looking at it sociologically, we have to look at what humans are going through and be able to be open to that because we are in a cultural shift. We are in a shift where everyone may be saying on one end, oh, everyone's too sensitive, when in actuality, and I called this when Facebook became popular, I said there are a lot of people getting soapboxes right now. So we're going to hear from a lot more people's perspectives. And what's happening is that we're not getting more sensitive. It's that people's voices are getting louder. And so we have to be open to being like willing to listen to how other people are feeling, even if we don't like what their music sounds like. It's like you're reflecting what you're going through in a moment. So his thing is it gas or trash? Like, how can you make this better? You might need to go back to the drawing board. And my thing is, if this is a reflection of what you're going through, how can we tighten it up so it sounds more like what you're going through and less like just a jumble of sounds? Like, and then we send you back out there on your way and you're free.
You ever had anybody like pull up on you?
Nah, never, bro.
You don't worry? You don't think about that ever?
Like, you know what it is?
Like, that shit was trash. Oh, I'm gonna come see you.
Nah,
it's always
never.
Yeah,
nah,
that's good.
for me,
That's
the most happened is like I'm a roaster, bro. You see, shout out to Craig Facts.
Yeah, shout out Craig.
We got a show April 9th in Los Angeles. Make sure y'all come out there.
Man, for
you know,
real.
we on tour right now. We just hit Seattle like 3 weeks ago, killed that. But dude, I'm a roaster, bro. So for me, it's entertainment. When niggas say, man, fuck you, show. I'm up there pulling up their picture on the Instagram. Let's see what you look like, my nigga.
Zooming in.
There, the whole world roasting like, this motherfucker look like this. So, like, you might think you getting me, but I'm like I use it because, honestly, I love it because when people roast me, I use it on the Craig Facts.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's just like, nigga, I need to stay on my toes. And people know me from that anyway, like, oh, and they love my rants.
Yeah.
When I'm on my YouTube shit, they love when I rant. So it's like, nigga, I love when they come in tripping. I love it. Like, some people like, oh, I can't do this. It's like, for me, it's entertainment, bro. It's just
Real
like more
talk.
content.
Real talk.
You know
real
what
talk.
I mean? But
oh man, he say what they gonna pull up, huh?
yeah, they ain't never.
Show, bring your motherfucking ass outside, my nigga.
People do be sensitive.
I'm a cool individual, not because I'm not just be like, I'm gonna clown you if your music whack for sure, because we roasting, bro. Like I come up with a whole scenery. Like I was like, man, this shit sound like it should be on like Dawson's Creek, like. Like, but people like, damn, it do sound like that. You know what I mean? But it's all out of love. You know what I mean? So what I might tell them, I'm like, nah, this shit trash. They might be like, man, well, I give them why and what they could do better, opposed to just, even though I'm clowning your ass, it's all out of love. And I tell them, hey, bro, it's no hard feelings. Yeah. You know, so nobody really comes at me on no disrespect. This is ass. Nobody really came at me, oh, I got to see you or anything. It's music, bro. Like, it ain't that serious. And then people in the comments going to check you to make you look stupid, too, because we got a cool little support system, a big support system. You know, it's like, hey, are you tripping over your music? Just go back in the studio. Don't get mad. Be mad at your brain or... You know, some people like, you know, some people even trip over $10 skips. Like, man, I thought this was free. It's like, bro, if you can't spend $10 on your record, you need a fucking budget, like, to go ahead and do way more shit. You ain't never gonna make it if you complaining about 10, bro. You know, it might be 300 niggas in my life right there, and you get your shit heard by everybody. And then what I do is I drop the link in the bio. So I show so much love. Some people be like, and then, another thing I do, right? So I do if you're in a free line, I got a free line and a donation line. You feel me? So if you talk about money in your record, I cut that shit off. Or
I like that.
I cut it off. It's like you selling a fake fucking dream. You're a fake ass artist. Like, you know what I mean?
Real talk.
So or if I don't hear it, I have a nigga on my live yell through your record.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody will be like, hey. You didn't hear him just mention woo.
Yeah.
He'll be like, I don't want to hear if your bitch got foreign hair. I don't want to hear you smoking that Zaza. I don't want to hear you driving a Tesla. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Ain't you kind of hating in the sense of...
No, because the whole thing is, right, for especially we're talking about independent artists. We're talking about indie artists, right? And so you're supposed to be coming in the room doing woo. You come into... An artist walking in your room right now, and he like, hey, I'm rolling with the bitches in that da. And you be like, didn't your Uber just drop you off? You be looking him dead in his face, be like, you rapping about what? What did you say you had?
I'd be kicking out a lot of motherfuckers, man, if that was the case. Because unfortunately, it's just the sign of the fucking times. Everybody wants to be.
And that's what we were saying earlier. Remember, you were like, I don't have the ear. Like, what the fuck is going on? That's literally a part of it. Is that, are you getting a reflection of the times artistically, or are you getting someone who is selling a dream? That's because that was the question you were asking earlier. Like, I can't get behind da. It's because, are they coming into the game authentically?
Yeah.
Are you coming into the game authentically? If you're in the free line, your funds are low. Let me hear what you got going on. So that when I'm talking to somebody, I can say, look, hey, bro ain't got a budget, but you gotta hear this song. He didn't even have no money, but he just sat in the free line all day waiting for his song to get played, and it's worth it. As opposed to an artist who sat in the free line complaining, when my song gonna get played? When my song gonna get played? Yeah. You finally put a song on, and it's boom, and he's like, all my bitch is bad, and all their hair is long, and yeah, my car is shiny, and yeah, that bitch is foreign. You be like, but you was in the skip line and talking shit the whole time about not getting played right now.
Man, that's just, DJ Black from Nigga Keep Running Mississippi. That's all
but DJ Black from Nigga Keep Running Mississippi gonna be like, nigga keep running and I'm broke. Whoa. And you be like, damn, his mama really was on drugs his whole life. That's so sad. Let me send this to my homie. Listen to this nigga. He really putting that vulnerability. Because again, another thing that's also profitable right now is push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. These kids are sad. So if your music is vulnerable and authentic and it's dope, you're gonna hit. You're really gonna hit. A lot of people aren't really looking for, I mean, yeah, it may seem like mainstream is all about like you gotta have woo, but these kids are sad. A majority of the people who are downloading and streaming songs are sad. They spent the last 2 or 3 years of their lives, they graduated in a pandemic, their schools are halfway virtual, they gotta wear masks, these things between them. These kids are frustrated. That's why they fighting and protesting and not going to class and making TikToks exposing their teachers. That's why they really going up right now, because their thing is there's a lack of authenticity, and every generation before has been okay with it. And this current generation I think they're better about separating the fun music from their lives, because they have that good balance of what's the artist that they always bring up who's sad? Is it NBA Youngboy?
Yeah.
NBA Youngboy, but they also have Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, who Megan Thee Stallion will rap about her sadness, but you'll hear WAP.
And it's fun. And they'll shake their ass. But they also have NBA YoungBoy who's like, most of my friends got shot and I saw it and they all did. And I'm sad about it. And I'm going to drink this lean and I'm depressed. They have a good balance of, I am sad, but right now let me shake my ass a little bit. But they want authenticity. So when we encounter an artist and you come in and you rapping about yada, 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 and it's whack, it's like, I can't even get behind it. But if your song isn't super strong, but I can hear what you're going through and you in a free line, Show will tell you how to better structure it, what you could do better. Millie will tell you where you can improve on your beats. Show will tell you where you can improve on your ad libs. And even if your song isn't super strong, you finally put your funds together and you're like, yo, can I get a write-up? Then I'm going to hear it and I'm going to really listen to you as a whole person. That's why I asked them, where are you from? I need to get some biographical information about you. Like, what's your city? Like, where are you from? How old are you? What are your inspiration, your influences? So when I would do this write-up, I want to hear those influences in the song. I'll be able to do the write-up and it'll reflect this artist is from this area and I can hear this sound. You know what I mean? Oh, they from the Bay. I hear that Too Short a little bit in the background there. It gives it, even if the song isn't strong, it gives a little bit more structure if we can know what you're going through.
So, okay, you made a great point right there. Mm-hmm. So what do you do with that guy that is from Oakland? And he is, man, my bitches all got foreign hair. And you got to really, because he is from Oakland and that lifestyle is of that.
Is he in the free line or the skip line?
Yeah, right.
That's my question.
See, the skip line, and it's what I, look, yeah, and it's, right, that's
I like
real.
that.
That's real. See, with the skip
shit.
line, this is what it does. So, and then at first I used to do, before I like had the vision that I do now, it used to be $5 a skip. So nigga, if I'm on 10 hours, my nigga, if you want to hear your song again, it'll be $5 again, nigga. But what I did with the 10 though, instead of getting to play one time, it get played all week.
Okay.
If your shit is hot though, you gotta be like the top 10 worthy, like, you know, so the top 10 is basically what I do for the artists of the week. Yeah. I put it on my YouTube, I do a mashup, I let them vote, you know, I put their names up, I put their name in the description, you know, where you can find them and stuff like that. And whoever got the most votes, that's basically who go on the Wall of Fame, which we got on our website for the independent artists that get the most votes. If you don't get no votes, you don't even go on the mashup, you know, so.
So what would you guys do? This is both of the question for both of y'all. That motherfucker that pull up and say, hey, look, man, I need to ride up, man. I need you to say I'm hard. It go 10 racks. Do you take the money or do you show the love for the game and the love for the hip hop?
What is how was the song?
It ain't it.
Crud.
If someone give me $10,000 and they say they want me to make them sound hot, I'm probably gonna go back to them and be like, you can do more with this money if we do more with this. I'm not just about to write up and just say that I'm going to probably come up with a whole plan. Like, it's gonna be like, yeah, you might have just had this for this write up because you want it to sound dope. We about to do something else with it. Like, the write up will still happen, but there's gonna be a way bigger foundation. Like, we're gonna come up with a branding. We're gonna come up with a logo. We're gonna put more around this because it sounds like you want to.
He's willing to do that.
If you're willing to put some money behind it because you want people to think you're dope, I'm gonna make sure you look dope.
Even she'll probably even throw a verse or two in there for me.
Like literally, I'll write a verse for you. Like,
let's be real. You kind of culture because you guys are just showing love and because you do it for the love. Because you know and I know, most motherfuckers don't do it for the love, they do it for the money. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They don't give a fuck about the music. They don't care about just real fucking talk. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I love and respect y'all for that because, man, wasn't no bullshit.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was sitting there, I'm like, okay, I can't say 1,000. Let me just go 10. Let me just kind of just, you know what I'm saying, with...
Cause I can't. The thing is, for me, I'm on. Like I said, I'm on a big platform. I'm on a couple of big platforms. Mm-hmm. So my word is everything. Mm-hmm. So I can't miss out on 100,000 or $1 million for a lie. Mm-hmm. You know, like, cause if somebody you really gave him all of that credit for $10,000,
right?
Like that's what you settled for. Right. When I know my opinion is worth more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my word. Like how much more would he lie for?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Scarface said. All I got is my word and my balls. You know what I'm saying?
I change it for nobody.
I can't change it for nobody. So 10,000, it's like you gonna bend. If you bend for that, it's like you gonna bend for anything.
Yeah.
And it's your platform.
Right. It's yours. You can do anything with it, and you lied on your own. Ain't even nobody to tell you.
And niggas gonna call you out for it. Like it's been times I've been high and I thought a record was hot. Niggas in the comments like, hey, yo, so you heard this bullshit? So like my people is like, I'm like, hold on, let me hear it again. Or it'll be like some shit where I'll be high. And the nigga, like, I be also working in the background doing or I might just be doing my Twitter shit promoting.
Yeah.
And then so for me, I might be listening to the vibes or the volume or something. Millie or somebody else be like, nah, his words wasn't there. Like he had a vibe, but the shit was, I was like, I didn't even hear the words. I heard the vibe of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, people hear from two different perspectives. So, but at the end of the day, it's like, that's why I got more than one person on the screen. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And then I do a poll. Like if you got YouTube, you can do a poll, like ask your people questions. So how you even get on the top 10 is gas. People fucking with it. Is it top 10 worthy? Middle? Like is it mid? Is it whatever? Or it's be like trash. Turn this shit off. You know? So if it's 10 people, 20 people in there, and 11 people say this shit is trash, I'm cutting your record off in the middle of the shit.
Say no more.
And then I say no more. It's like the wrong, and it's like me. So that's, remember when you asked that question earlier, how do you get that pull up shit situation? It's not me, homie. It's the room. They said your shit was trash.
Opinion one.
Mm-hmm. Opinion one.
And they gotta respect it.
It's like,
hey, they
gotta
yelling at me, they
respect it.
looking at me, so you know what time it is. Miss Ink, please, man, tell them where they can find you at.
Oh, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Ink Very Well, because I don't just ink well, I ink very well. And you can find my nonprofit at Safe Bridges LA.
Man, DJ Show.
Yo, what's up, man? This be your boy, The Real DJ Show, man. You can catch me on Plan A Radio, you know what I'm saying? If you need a music review or anything like that. You can also, that's Plan A Radio, The Real DJ Show on Instagram. You know, TikTok, The Real DJ Show. You got everything, The Real DJ Show. Also, you catch me on Craig Facts every Tuesday and Thursday with Craig Smith. You know, if you, what is it? We're on tour right now, April 9th. You know, so make sure you come down there.
Club 402.
Yeah, yes, Club 402 is a Studio 402.
It's one of them.
Yeah, one of the Studio 402, Club 402, April 9th. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets at thekraigsmith.com. If you want to perform, we got slots open. So make sure y'all tap in. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up, The Real DJ Show. I'll let you know how you go about it. You get a video, you know, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all come out. We're going to have a great-ass time, you know, on the Craig Facts, man. Also, make sure y'all catch us on KBLA on Saturdays with on Tavis Smiley Station, AM Radio 1580. Every Saturday and Sunday at 5 p.m. and 6. Make sure y'all download the app. Check it out, man. Shout out to Craig Smith, man, and the whole crew, man. We going crazy. Might be even coming to a city near you. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the YouTube. Everybody, man. It's your boy, The Real DJ Show.
Hey, man, we at the spot on the spot. Hey, we going to leave it right there, man.